G'day. Welcome one and all to another set of Alliance War hits. This time around we've got the Pirate Horde facing off against Double Dutch. Another set of them using green tanks, so a lot more Ayumi. I did log in really late in this war, and I was a little bit distracted. I was playing with my young fella as well, so some of these matches are a little bit suboptimal. And they might be a little bit rushed because I'm just sort of trying to do it at the same time as doing some other stuff. So this first one, I went with a yellow strong team. Brought along 8-Bit and Giselle and Cooper, who are a really great combination of three. Brought Subutai along for some pseudo healing from his armor. So on this team, a lot of the damage output comes from Cooper. He basically can point, shoot, kill on repeat. Firing of Doodle, that was a mistake based on me not paying attention. I really would have been better off holding Cooper until now, one turn later, so that way I'd be able to heal up, hold Doodle off one turn so I could then heal Cooper, who just got shot in the face by Gratizzz there. And as a result, it does mean that I have now lost Cooper from the fight, and as I was just saying, most of the damage output from this team actually comes from Cooper. Without Cooper in there, not only am I losing my main point and shoot damage, and I'm also missing 1/3 of Giselle's ability, because Giselle's ability comes from one shot from her and one from each of her nearby allies. So it does make this whole fight a little bit harder, but yeah, just hang out and see how it goes. So I do have Doodle fired there. I should have, again, waited until after Sidestep fired so I could cleanse away that ailment. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. So, once again, victim of not paying proper attention to my match. So, yeah. So, going to make match 3 on to Gratizzz, get rid of him. Almost lose 8-Bit there. So, fortunately, he had quite low health, so... and had a lot of armor, so didn't manage to lose him. Healed up using Doodle and then also Subutai for some additional armor. This time it's unfortunately Doodle that gets shot by Sidestep there, but doesn't matter because we get the kill with 8-Bit instead. So got there in the end, was a lot longer. If I had have had Cooper still alive, I probably would have made those kills a lot quicker and a lot easier. Just because his damage would have kept rolling, and he does some phenomenal stupid amount of damage when hitting people with less than 50%. It's pretty much a guaranteed kill shot when you've got Cooper and 8-Bit ailments going. So went with triple green. You'll notice that I do have Emerald in this team. This is the first use of Emerald in War. I have been playing around a little bit with her on different attack teams, but this is her first use in War. Sort of trying to work out a little bit here how best to target, because I've got 2 charge control heroes here. I've got Emerald, who does charge stop, and I've also got Mare, who does insanity. So what I want to do is I want to target the side which is most likely to charge their skills quickest using Mare Vanaya, and I want to use Emerald on the other side to stop them from gaining charge. So realistically, what I could have done is I could have held one of their skills and basically kept them rolling on the same heroes to fully move them out of the game. But as it was, I used the Mindless Attack or Insanity on left-hand side on Doodle and Terminus. Terminus, unfortunately, did resist it. And we've got Groll charged up ready to go, so just hold him until we're closer to having some special skills. Main thing with Groll is that he does cut charge as well, which is very beneficial. So here he is going to take a face shot from Renegade there. Unfortunately, Term is charged before I could get my heroes like my Mare Vanaya and Emerald charged again, but you know, is what it is. Heal up with Wyatt, shoot off with Mortis there, and then we're just going to target right-hand side this time with Mare and left-hand side with Emerald. Now I'm just going to sling tiles at the right side while they've got the Insanity up, so there we go. Want to basically get it so that both of them charge their special skill and fire. So again, I'm going to fire a lot of tiles where I'm not too concerned about them gaining charge, and I've now got a nice match 3 green under Terminus, doing a bit of dodging, which is annoying. Only got a couple green tiles left, and fortunately we did get a match 3 lined up, which will ghost and get everyone charged to hopefully finish this off without any further issues. Not quite with Mortis, so we'll fire off Emerald as well. So there you have it. Emerald's first use in War. She's not fully leveled. I think at the time of this, she was only in her 20s or 30s or something like that. So that's 5th Ascension, 5th promotion. So 4 reds, 1 yellow this time around. So Ksenia and Doc Colton as the 2 support heroes. And then we've got a nice little setup of Rudolph and Bunraku and Sunbeam there to try being the operative word, take out Ayumi before she fires. Unfortunately, didn't get there. So that there, I fired Doc Colton. Again, that is a mistake. I should have waited until after I got rid of Ayumi. That way I could heal back the counter-attack damage that I just took. As it was, I fired Doc Colton and I had pretty much full health, so it was a complete waste of his special skill. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me in the ass later in this fight, because I've now got all my red heroes are at 50% health and I've got no healing ready to go. So Ghost unfortunately charges and fires. We lose Rudolph, which is really bad because Rudolph I needed to boost the damage output from my red heroes here. Ksenia unfortunately isn't charged yet, so she's charged now, but gets face stomped by Vision, which is, yeah. Ultimately, the outcome of that was all because I fired Doc Colton too soon without even thinking about it. So, yeah, there's not a lot I can really do from this position. I've got no damage output. The left-hand side is hidden behind a blue hero, and I don't have... Well, I mean, I've brought red hero, so most of my tile damage is coming from red, which is weak against blue. So we'll focus on Roxy on the right-hand side. Just try to get at least 1 more kill before we lose Doc Colton. The other benefit to focusing all my tiles on this right-hand side is that I'm slowing the charge rate of Vision and Ghost, which will hopefully mean that Doc Colton can last long enough for me to get 1 more kill on Roxy. So unfortunately, Vision is charged, got the Roxy kill, and then now we take 5 shots from Vision and end up surviving it somehow. He dodged all 5 of them. I have no idea how. That is stupid odds, whether it's that there's something broken with the dodge where he only needs to dodge 1 of the attacks to dodge all of them. But we do get a shot from Ghost. I'm now in the risky stage where I have to make tile matches onto these heroes to kill them, which does unfortunately mean that I am focusing a lot more charge generation on them, because they're getting tile hits and gaining charge over time. The Ragnarok Vantage really coming in handy there, doing a lot of dodge work. Did unfortunately take that shot from Ghost, and once again Vision is charged, and yeah, I don't get lucky twice in a row. So there we go. Takes a lot of damage. So that one, I don't know. I can't say for certain that it would have come out differently if I had have played a bit different with Doc Colton at the very beginning. If I'd waited 1 turn to fire his healing off, I might have been able to survive with Ksenia and Rudolph to actually do some proper damage. But yeah, as it was, it didn't work out. So another 4 yellow stack. This time around we've got 8-Bit and Volpine and Dragon Fist. So Dragon Fist and Volpine both do DOA 3, and 8-Bit does the elemental defense down against all 4 yellow damage. So and then the 2 support heroes, I've got Zigzag, who does charge bone, like free charge and crit buff, and then obviously Senya does what Senya does. So fire off 8-Bit, target the right hand side with Volpine, and trying to decide who best to target with Dragon Fist. Decided to elect for the left hand side just to spread out that damage a bit, and also because that's where I had a couple tiles I could move. So hit Tornado, fire up, unfortunately get a Cascade which drops some extra tiles onto Hypernova, but we did get our skills charged up again. I don't have 8-Bit's effect active at the moment, but we'll just drop the tiles on anyway. Probably should have put one of those hits on Tornado because I didn't quite get the kill, but we got pretty close, so I'm not too displeased with that. And then the Volpine and 8-bit shot finishes off the right-hand side. So nice double kill with my yellow teams. Pretty happy with that. So yeah. Next one, this is against an Emerald tank, so a little bit different. This time going with 4 reds and 1 supporting hero in Nima, off color. Straight off the bat, I've got a lot of red tiles, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm trying to get a bit of a cascaded match 3. So I was aiming to get a discovery, meaning the match 3 would happen on a 2 or 3x multiplier, but didn't quite get that and was forced to make a less than optimal move just to make sure that Emerald died before she could fire. We've got Hypernova about to fire. I'm not too concerned because I do have Brock in this team. So the team is comprised of Brock and Accent to do DOA 3, and then I've also brought along Renegade just to do a little bit extra straight up point and shoot damage. So saw a lot of damage there onto Sidestep, and unfortunately didn't enough to kill her. And we do have Senya charged, but she unfortunately takes the hit from Sidestep there. So yeah, little unfortunate because I've lost half my healing and I've also lost my reviver. But yeah, so we've got Nima fired, Brock fired, Accent fired, and we're not quite enough to get rid of Doodle before he fires, which is unfortunate. But we've got a lot of nice tile placement on this board, so we can sort of just play around with it a little bit, get some red tiles up, hopefully charge my heroes again. Syntax in the left corner about to fire. So Syntax does Insanity, so that's unfortunately taken over Renegade. But Nima dodged it, which is good because Nima's my only healer left, so I wouldn't want to lose my healer to Insanity at this point. Managed to wait out the Insanity, so didn't lose Renegade's charge, which was very beneficial. And now I can just pop off my 3 damage dealers, starting with Brock for the attack buff, followed by Accent to do a lot of damage, and then Renegade to finish off Syntax in the corner. So yeah, that one worked out pretty alright. So we got 1 shot left. This one, I'm going to be honest, straight up, I did not pay much attention. I was playing with the young fella at the same time, and we were playing Choo Choo Trains, and it was very fun, and this game was kind of secondary. And if it wasn't that we were so late in the war, I probably wouldn't have attacked now, but because we are barely any time left in the war, I sort of have to make the attack now. So got a nice blue grenade there, dropped a lot of damage or a lot of tiles, onto Foley, which does mean that he is charged and silenced my one of my renegades there. Managed to get 2 of my heroes charged. Did cop a spy talent from Ghost, which unfortunately lost me some charge on Rudolph, which is why I then held firing off Renegade for a turn. Probably a poor decision because now I lose both my Renegades and I don't get any healing, and then subsequently also took a shot from Rudolph. So yeah, not going so great at this point. Did get Terminus fired. Mistake there was I did use Jocasta before Terminus. If I had have thought properly, I would have held off on using Joe until after Term, because that way I could have healed up the 3 heroes I revived. As it is, I got my heroes revived with no health. So they basically, if they cop 1 or 2 slash attacks, it's game over, Red Rover for them once again. And unfortunately, Ghost goes and takes out one of them. Flak takes out my healer. Decide not to make the same mistake again and use my not Renegade, Tightwire is his name. Lost 1 Tightwire. Terminus got no charge, no real prospect of gaining charge because my yellow tiles are not ghosted. Lose my other Tightwire, and it's down to just poor old Terminus. And what would you know, he cops a shot from Foley and got 1 health left and then subsequently takes a face shot from a slash attack. So there you go. Those are the hits. Not my greatest performance, not paying the most attention, but all the same, that's them done. So thanks once again for joining. Good luck and happy gaming. Cheers. Bye.